Welcome to Keep What You Earn, your judgment and jargon free zone for entrepreneurs of all levels. Get ready to learn how to scale your business, save money in taxes, and create a business that grows your wealth. If it feels like the financial side of business is like eating your vegetables, well, then think of this podcast as the ranch dressing to make the process a little more enjoyable. My name is Shannon Weinstein. I'm a CPA and business owner on a mission to simplify money and empower others through knowledge. I hope this episode inspires you to take action, but remember that the information we share is for educational purposes only and is not individual tax advice. Now that we got that out of the way, let's start the show. So, as you can probably tell from the title of this episode, I'm excited to share some news with you around hiring Jason, my husband, into the business. And this was a long time coming because honestly, he adds so much value to our business and is willing to offer such great insights into what our clients are going through. As a business owner himself, he basically ran a business for 17 years and had a successful exit. He's really only known being a founder, being an entrepreneur. And honestly, his experience with operations management and sales is just unrivaled, in my opinion. He's super, super smart. So it was a no brainer on why I brought him on. But why now? And what's the angle here, Shannon? Because everyone assumes that if I do something like this, like, is there a tax benefit? Should I consider doing this? What was behind this decision? And it's a few things. One is that I have been craving more collaboration in my business. I have been craving more of these conversations that I have over, we'll call it the dinner table with Jason, where we go and we talk about, what my business owners are struggling with. We talk about things we've seen in the news, the market, and so on. I know it sounds like great conversation, but we honestly barely talk about other people. We're talking about current events. We're talking about how it affects my clients, how it's affecting the world. We talk about what we're learning. It's great. I mean, I absolutely love it. And I think that this kind of not gives us an excuse to do more of that, but basically helps us leverage those conversations to benefit the business and benefit the clients. Because I can't tell you how many times I've said to clients, oh man, you got to meet Jason. He'd be able to help you with that. So I'm excited to actually welcome him in and have him present on these calls with our clients. In fact, we actually had a call with a CFO client where he attended and listened in. And now he's actually going to be standing in on sales calls with him and actually helping him, improve his sales process a little bit more. So even though we're not formally offering sales coaching and things like that just yet, this is a really exciting move for us to see, Jason be able to bring his expertise to the table in strategy to be able to help our business owners succeed because he comes from an entrepreneurial space. I come from an accounting space where I worked in corporate and I had to kind of learn the entrepreneurial mindset. I've adopted it. I definitely have it, but it took, 6 years of being a founder myself to really get embedded in that. Jason is already 17 years in. He's only known entrepreneurship. So he brings a unique perspective and he actually challenges me to think outside the box sometimes. Hey there, are you on LinkedIn? I love connecting with listeners and other professionals and business owners on that platform. I gotta say, I'm really enjoying it. So if we're not already connected, make sure you send me a connection request after this episode. So the collaborative nature of that is why I think this is a no-brainer for us. The other reason too is to keep him involved because now that he's exited his business, I'm definitely taking up more time and I'm locking myself in my office most of the day. And, it's got to be kind of boring for him to just be kind of like, well, what's Shannon up to in there? I want to know what's going on. I want to know the stories. I want to be able to help. And he's aching to be able to help me, help our clients, and to be able to be involved in the conversation. So that's a part of it too, is honestly just being able to leverage his expertise to find more collaboration in the company. And I also wanted him to come in to challenge our team, to challenge them to improve and be better. Because although my team is amazing, they also come from this accounting world. They come from these corporate environments. And maybe they haven't really been through what an entrepreneur goes through and can relate. So he brings a unique perspective there as well by challenging my team to think outside the box and to ask the right questions. He did a financial review this month for all of our clients and helped us with this, which by the way, he signed an NDA, he's formally hired, all those things. So like he dug in, but with all the right tools in place. So that's my little disclaimer. So he dug into the financials and he basically found a lot of not problems, but he had such attention to detail that he was asking such great questions like inconsistencies in utility bills or Hey, have you considered getting this through an industry association? You can get a better deal. Hey, did we properly allocate the expenses for that repairs and maintenance thing? Like, what's going on here? So he's digging in and trying to find out what happened in the real life side of the business and asking really thought provoking questions. He's amazing at what he does. He could be a CFO. It's crazy. He ran his own QuickBooks, by the way, for all those 17 years. He tried to outsource it to an accountant, but as we found, the accountant was really not up to par. And I mean, this was shortly after he met me. I think I looked at his books and I was like, babe, no, absolutely not. And ever since then, he's really taken a good hard look at his books. He's been super diligent and he brings that to the table as well. And as far as like paying him and if there's some type of advantage there, he's running a consulting company right now, trying to decide, what he wants to do next. And the cool thing is that I can engage his consulting company in our services so he can do certain hours and work on projects for me based on what his expertise brings to the table. And it's great because we can turn it on, turn it off. I can make sure we're moving money over to his business where he also has other expenses. So it's really not net tax savings a ton, but it also helps because in a way we can move money over to his business. His business will make profit from that, right? But at the end of the day, we can take deductions against his income along with my income. And it will also help fund certain things that we're doing as a couple. So our goals. So by paying Jason and kind of bringing more money back into the household in a way, I'm aligning all of the effort that both of us are making toward my business to actual compensation. So I'm making a salary, I'm taking a distribution, and as well, I'm also putting his money toward, say, his business, but also he'll be using that money toward our joint savings account or toward other things that we're trying to do. So it's generating more income for the household, which is a goal of ours is to have the business really be the machine that makes money for us. So this is a great option all around for us. We're excited to dive in. But also, I'm really excited because if you're a client or thinking of becoming a client, the best part of this is that you get to enjoy all the expertise he brings to the table. And I truly believe that with him by my side with this business, it's going to make me better. It's going to make our team better. It's going to make our clients better. Just to have more brains thinking about you as a client, thinking about what we can do to serve you, and thinking about ways to improve our processes too. I mean, Jason knows a little bit about everything. He's really good with IT. He's really good with sales. He's really good with operations. I mean, the sky's the limit. So it was a no brainer on why I'd bring him aboard. And also, if you've heard him on these episodes, he's done a few episodes with me in the past. And if you've heard him talk, he's definitely super intelligent and we do a great job collaborating together on new ideas. So I'm really excited to see what comes of that. And he'll be back on the podcast very soon. Okay, so if you've been listening to the show for a while, you know I love talking about profit and cash flow. But if you've mastered these things, the next level thing to be focused on is your customer value. If you have to constantly hustle to sell more and hit your revenue goals, it's important to think about how you can deliver more value, build retention, and maximize the lifetime profitability of every customer. When you invest in a power session, we're able to dive into your customer acquisition cost and determine some personalized strategies to decrease your costs and increase the lifetime value of your customers. Click the link in the show notes to learn more.